So, will we get wet or will we stay dry? Let's dive into it and find out together. All right, guys, welcome back to this episode of Rolling with T-Bone, as me and R1 are rolling down the road on Big Papa. If you're new here, welcome in. My name's T-Bone. I shoot motorcycle related content and any kind of content really. So check out a couple of my videos, make sure I'm for you, and if I am, maybe think about giving me a subscribe, a like, and roll with your boy here. If you're old here, welcome back. You know what's going on. As we wonder what the sky's going to open up and do, guys, I want to start out by wishing everyone a happy 4th of July. This video hopefully will premiere on Monday on my regular schedule. But just kind of hope everybody's taking the day and enjoying it. Taking the whole weekend and enjoying it. I want to give a shout out to Red Rider, who shared a video about Canada Day. That was awesome. If y'all don't follow her or haven't checked her out, go check out Red Rider. She makes great content, guys, and her dad is a fabrication wizard. So, happy 4th of July. I thought this would be a good time maybe to talk about an anniversary that R1 and I is about to have come up. So I will take you back. We got to get in a time machine and we got to go back all the way to 1997 to a young 20-year-old T-Bone who had no idea what he was doing in his life. Most kids about a 20-year-old are either figuring out which college they're going to go to or figuring out where they're going to try to get a career and go with their life. At 20-year-old, your young boy T-Bone had already hit the wall. Drugs, partying, hell raising. I was checking off all the boxes until suddenly I just hit the wall. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about all that because I've talked about that in another couple of videos. Y'all go down, scroll down, check my page out. Check those videos out. But it's a very special anniversary for me and R1. Because guys, this weekend, 26 years ago, 4th of July weekend, 1997, your boy T-Bone had become a short order cook, and R1 had re-entered my life. So our first official date was the weekend of July the 4th, 1997. Which would have either been, I don't know if it was on a Friday night or a Saturday night, but we had ended up going up on the top of what we got here locally called Polk County Hill, where the church and the funeral home are now, with just a big field. And our first date was up there. We went and watched live music, and they shot off fireworks, and we double dated with Carl and Jessica, and R1 that weekend spoke exactly 2 words to me. Hello when I picked her up at her brother's house, and goodbye when I dropped her back off at her brother's house. She barely spoke to me. We went out to eat Chinese and she didn't want Chinese. So I ate Chinese and she wanted tacos, so she wanted to go to Taco Bell. So we ate at 2 different places. And Carl asked me after the date was over, he said, how'd it go? I said, I don't know, she didn't tell me. But just within a matter of a few days, we were dating, went out on another date. Now the folklore around this story is that I had canceled another date with another girl in Cleveland, Tennessee to go out with Regina. sorry, I don't remember the girl's name or anything like that. If you're watching this, sorry. Sorry, that's all I can say. But I made the right choice for me. But anyway, first date was quiet. She is, and anybody who knows us personally knows Regina, knows that she is quiet until she warms up around you and gets to know you. Now, I fell in love with Regina pretty quick. She will tell the story and say that the very first time she met me, she went for a ride on my motorcycle, and that was actually the day she fell in love with me, which would have been probably 2 to 3 years before we actually went out on our first official date. But the first time she met me, I was in between living and failing at living, so it probably wouldn't have been good if we hadn't got together that first time, because I would have figured out some way to destroy it, I'm sure. But nonetheless, that's the way that went down. That was kind of the folklore. So as a piece of Rolling with T-Bone history, this used to be Paintertown Baptist Church. It has since changed, but this is the church that me and Regina was married in 1997. Since we're talking about anniversaries, and I've got something new coming to the channel. Maybe here in a couple of 2 or 3 days I'll be shooting a video on it. But nonetheless, 26 years ago at 4th of July, R1 agreed to go out. Well, she said immediately yes, as soon as I asked her out on a date. And tell you what, guys, it didn't take us long. Within 3 months, our first date was 4th of July weekend, 1997, and we were married in November. Basically, 4 months later, we were married, and we have been together now for 26 years. So it's all a matter of people rush things. People, get married for different reasons, different things that they want to accomplish in their life. I knew I wanted to be married when I got married. I did the whole destroy your life thing, and Regina was ready for marriage. She was ready to settle down. Of course, she had a psycho doctor who told her she could never have kids, so she was really heartbroken about that. But I accepted that I loved her and I was going to marry her anyway. And then they put her on birth control. And here's the part that always flips everybody out, is I actually got her pregnant while she was on birth control the first time. They had give her birth control medicine to do something with her hormones, and it ended up boosting her estrogen level back up to where it was supposed to be. So essentially, this psychotic doctor was telling her this whole time she would never have kids, when it was basically they were never treating her for her low estrogen. Nonetheless, she got pregnant, and the happiest day of my life, she got pregnant. She gave birth to our oldest daughter, Cheyenne, who I know at 22, she don't like to hear me say it, but she's still my baby girl. I will move heaven and hell for her if I have to. No questions asked, which I would for all 3 of my kids, but Cheyenne's my baby. Everything about her changed who I was, made me a better person. I may not have always done things correctly, but I've tried to be a better person and tried to do what I felt was right. But guys, we're gonna make a quick pit stop here real quick. Get back on with you here in just a minute. Alright guys, sorry about that. I had to stop and get something cool to drink. Riding over here on a road called Airport Road. I don't know if I've ever featured this road in a video, but this is a fun little slow curvy road to ride. I have a lot of fun on it, but being in the spirit of first dates and everything, R1 suggested maybe we take you guys and show you the location where we had our first date, and I thought, you know what? She's not wrong. So let's do it. And I tell you what too, guys, I'm interested. Drop down, comment, share your stories about your first dates, or the first date that stands out in your mind. I know not everybody, it seems like in the marriage world today, not everybody is as fortunate as we are. Marriages just don't seem to last like they used to. I don't know. You find somebody married over 20 years today, you automatically start congratulating them for beating the odds. But our odds was, let's say first, I married her because I got her pregnant. Well, she stayed pregnant for 3 years because we were married for 3 years before she ever got pregnant. And see, the second one was, I married her for her money. The only trouble with that is me and her were both broke when we got married. We didn't have nothing between us, hardly. Nobody could just buy that we were in love and wanted to get married. There had to be some kind of nefarious underlying as to why we got married. It couldn't be just because, you know, we fell in love and we wanted to get married. So, but anyway, guys, I'll check back with you here when we get over to this location. All right, guys, this is the spot where we had our very first date. As you can see now, it's the Church of Christ property. But imagine this being just a big open field. All the way back over on the far side where those pine trees were, there was a stage set up, live music, and then up here where this other building, which is now the funeral home, they shot fireworks off from there. So 4th of July weekend 1997, 26 years ago, this is the spot where R1 and I had our very first date. I don't know if y'all see them clouds or not, but what do you think? If you could go back 26 years, would you still say yes to the first date?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you still say yes to marriage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish you had to follow on that one, didn't you? But I'll tell you what, guys, that's pretty well much going to end this video and wrap it up. Just wanted to kind of shoot this and do a little history lesson for y'all. So for me and R1, we hope y'all have a happy and safe 4th of July. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that like button on my video, guys. It really helps me in the algorithm. But like I said, I may have something in a couple days coming to the channel new, so keep your eyes open for that. But until next time, I'm T-Bone, R1. This has been Rolling with T-Bone.